Welcome back to our domination of Freeman, and, well, it's not quite domination yet, so that's probably a little bit inaccurate, but it is getting there, and we are just about to upgrade all of our units, because we, obviously, in the last episode, took on a bandit camp, and we were very successful indeed. So as you can see, most of my units have leveled up, including the entire Gobi squad, which is absolutely fantastic. So we are going to be seeing a whole bunch of level ups here. These guys have even leveled up again. Wow. So they are now level 3 instead of being level 2 only. That is kind of crazy. As you can see, these guys also are almost a level 3 too, which is just insane. So what we're going to do is we're going to sneak in here to this particular town once again, and I am going to be buying them some helmets. I think I'm going to just buy them Marauder helmets. I think I need 3 helmets, don't I, or something like that. As you can see, I've already spent a pretty significant amount of money here, and I'm not a big fan of that, to be honest. I never really like spending money, but it is definitely something we need to do. So anytime there's something like that, you're definitely going to need to do it. Now, unfortunately, I don't have AKMs for all of my Spetsnaz units in the Gobi squad. There's 2 of them that are using AKS-76s, which I gotta say is definitely something that I am not really happy about, but hopefully we will be able to, you know, get something going there. Now, I do know, I'm gonna say here, because there was a lot of comments about it. But anyway, point is, I do know that you can have 7 in every squad. I do know that. I just much prefer to have the smaller squads so that I can actually mobilize more people in different places if need be. So, for example, if I were to cannibalize the Gobi squad and put 2 units in each of the other squads, then I'd only have 3 squads rather than 4. And you see what I mean? So it's kind of just a little bit of a personal preference thing. It's nothing to do with, you know, strategy or anything like that. I just prefer it because it allows me to send 5 here, 5 there, 5 here, 5 there. And I don't have really enough units to be able to go around just yet. And that's exactly the reason why I'm going to do that. We're on day 16, by the way. And yeah, it's actually not going too badly. I feel like we've done pretty well. As you can see, I've actually equipped the SKKS, and we have also gotten some ammunition for it. We got some 7.62mm ammo for our AKM, and I have also bought a TAC 4X zoom scope, which is hopefully going to enable us to get some pretty decent kills as well. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to chase after these armored marauders if at all possible. Are these guys actually faster than me? No, it doesn't seem like it. Okay, phew. I was a bit worried about that for a second. But yeah, what we're going to do is we're going to try our best. Oh, hello. Nope, nothing going on there. I was actually thinking that there might be something relatively fun to do there. Now, yeah, we are just basically going to go in to fight a small band. I'm not going to try and do anything more than a small band at the moment, because I'd like to test out our new scope in a low-pressure environment. And now finally that we are inside the battle, I just want to show you a little bit more about what's going on with my decision making regarding our squad sizes. You can see here that the units deployed are 20. Because I have a pretty small amount of leadership and command skill, I am only able to deploy 20 units on the battlefield at any one time. You're going to need a huge amount of command skill to be able to get any more than that. I know that I've seen some people in the comments, they've got, you know, 50, 60, 70. So you got to play a huge amount to be able to get up to those levels. And you got to be, you know, getting a huge amount of kills too and winning a lot of battles, which I think we can actually do now. I think we can actually get a whole bunch of kills and a whole bunch of victories as well. But as you can see here, if I were to have 7 in each of these, I mean, yeah, you know, it would still work okay, but I wouldn't be able to have exactly 20 on the battlefield, which is exactly the reason why I have the 5-5-5 sort of thing, you know, because once I get another point in command skill, yeah, you know, then I'm gonna be like, okay, yeah, then we're gonna, you know, start maxing out our squads and things like that. But I thought I'd just shed some additional light on that, because obviously I want to let you know exactly what I'm thinking when we're thinking it, and I think that is it's just a logical way of looking at it, because obviously I don't want to have 4 squads with 7, because that's not going to work out, and then I won't be able to send in the last squad, and then we'll be, if we were in a battle against 20 units, we're going to be outnumbered then. You know, instead of being on an even keel with these enemies, or not these enemies, but, you know, with the hypothetical 20 enemies that I'm talking about, then it would have been a much easier thing for me to do, you know, to have the additional units to assist us. Anyway, hopefully that's understandable, and now, ooh, look at this. I have a scope. Ooh, it's smooth. It's very, very smooth indeed. I'm actually wondering where the enemies are. Now, you know what it's going to be like? Because there's only 4 enemies, I'm probably not even going to be able to... Ah, hello. Oh, wow, this is... Okay. I hit him from here? I am surprised. Wow, did you see that? My rifle proficiency increased, so I definitely hit him. Wow, I am really, really surprised. I will be... Oh, I actually thought that I killed him. Oh, well, never mind. I am... Yeah, let me just tell you right now, I am awful with long range. Let me just tell you that, because, I mean, you can blatantly see that. Oh, there we go. There's a nice hit. I should really try and get a headshot, to be honest. That would probably make the most sense. Yes, we hit him again. And now I'm dying. So that's not very good. Oh yeah, by the way, I've actually changed my clothes again, by the way. Mainly because the last episode was a bit of a funny little commentary there. But yes, that also went a little bit... that also went a little bit whoosh. But yeah, anyway. Point is, we are going to be just upgrading, basically, as much as I can, anyway, because... From what I have seen so far, yeah, there we go. That's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. I'm not a big fan of this weapon, to be honest. I gotta say, I'm not a big fan with it. But maybe I'm gonna do better as I get a little bit more practice in, because obviously this is the first time I'm using this weapon in a battle. And who knows? Oh, there we go. We actually critically hit him behind the bush, so I couldn't even see him. That was a completely lucky blind shot right there. But yeah, anyway, the point is that I have increased my body armor by a pretty significant percentage, which is actually kind of cool, because I wouldn't have expected myself to be able to do that so easily, but I was able to do that, and that means that I now have, I think, 70 body armor, which I think is pretty amazing in my opinion. I'm actually just going to lie down here. Alright, so very easy victory right there, 217 experience, 4,300 credits, and we're just going to be taking some medkits and things like that. I'm actually not going to be taking too much stuff for the moment. And oh yes, this is what we like to see. Okay, so now that we have some more prisoner management, I'm going to be looking to take more prisoners as we go forward. And also what I'm looking to do in this episode, in this very episode, I am looking to potentially take a town. And I know that that seems a little bit premature, but I'm thinking maybe we'll be able to do it. I'm not entirely sure. I think that if we maybe buy some additional AKMs for our other 2 Spetsnaz units, we might be able to do it if we can take maybe one of the Uman terrorist towns or something along those lines. Maybe we can take Gorinka, which is just over here. They don't have a huge amount of units, but I know that the Uman, you know, units, they do tend to come with grenade launchers. Those guys are going to be pretty harsh if you don't have yeah, as you can see right there, I actually lost 20,000 because I was literally spending so much money. Anyway, let's sell some prisoners. Let's sell some prisoners. Oh yeah, look at that. This desert bandit, for some reason, sells for 4,500, and this guy sells for 3,000. He must have better equipment, I assume. So, guess we'll just sell all of those guys. That's perfectly fine with me. And is there anything else that I can sell here? Maybe I could sell this rifle, which is actually... it's basically the same thing as the MK14, so it's not really a big deal. I'm going to sell the gold ore here just to get rid of it. And I think we can probably do it. So let's just go into my inventory real quick. So as you can see, I'm actually wearing this now, which gives me 10 armor per piece instead of 5, because that's what I was actually wearing beforehand. So for a gameplay reason, it's actually really good. And personally, I don't. This is the whole point here. Personally, I don't really care how my guy looks as long as it gives me a gameplay benefit. So there you go. That's going to give me a little bit of extra armor here and there, which I think is pretty cool. Anyway, so yeah, Gorinka. Gorinka is going to be our first target, and as you can see, they have what do they have here? They have 35 regular terrorists. I actually have no idea how good these guys actually are. I don't really want to fight them on the battlefield. I feel like they might be easier in the siege itself. I kind of want to try. I kind of want to try fighting them. So I guess we're going to just go in against some of them here, and we will see. Oh, look at that. It's very even. Okay, well, it is 21 versus 21, so obviously you would expect it to be quite even. And I should have increased my... should have increased my forces' morale. That probably would have made sense. Oh, well, never mind. It's actually not a big deal, I suppose. I mean, morale does make a pretty significant difference, but oh well. Never mind. I guess we'll just have to roll with it, and let's have a look. Ooh, okay, so I think we can actually just tell our people, once again, being able to take all 20 into the battle is a very, very, very useful thing to be able to do. So what we're going to do is just going to move these guys around about here, here, and here. And maybe we'll actually... You know what? Let's move these snipers over here, because they are mostly snipers. And we'll probably try and get them to the top over there. That's a little bit higher, but it's not really going to do too much. So I guess we'll just move our people a little bit closer to the snipers to provide them with some much needed support, and then hopefully we'll be able to get some good kills. Now bear in mind, obviously I want to make sure that most of my people are separated from each other, because otherwise the grenade launchers that are inevitably going to hit us are going to maybe be a little bit easier to deal with. As you can see, there's our enemies. They're right there. Yep, there's one. There's another group there, and I wish I could spot, you know. I wish I could spot for my forces. That would actually be really cool, but obviously I don't have binoculars or anything like that anyway, and I think binoculars would probably be more suited to that kind of work. But anyway, as you can see right here, we have an enemy. Should we shoot at him? I don't know. Personally, I don't know, because from here my my confidence level is at an all-time low from this distance. So shall we try it? Maybe. Oh yeah, you should also bear in mind that my rifle proficiency is one of the lowest that I have, so that's obviously a big deal, because my accuracy as a result of that is going to be absolute trash. It really is. It's going to be absolute trash. Now, the one thing that I want to do here is I want to try and prevent us from taking too much damage from their grenades. So basically the only thing that I can do is kind of just like, I don't even know, lay down covering fire? That's kind of the thing that I can do here. That's basically it, which is a bit sad, because it would be really... Ow. Someone hit me on the head right there. I need to be a bit careful. Yes. Okay, yeah, they're actually trying to focus me down a little bit here, which I'm not a big fan of, thank you very much. It seems like someone's getting a bit closer. Maybe we can take him out if he's just that little bit closer. Yeah, as you can see, the fact is that I have not been using a rifle for quite some time here, so it really is making things very, very difficult for me to actually even hit with this. And I should probably... maybe I should give my AK the 4x zoom until I am actually able to spec into rifle proficiency a little bit more, but maybe I should just continue to try and use it, and maybe I'll be able to hit at some point. But that's the point. I don't really want to hit at some point. I would very much like to impact the battlefield almost immediately. That's the kind of thing I want to do, because obviously that's the whole point in having a longer range rifle. But unfortunately my low proficiency is definitely preventing me from doing that. Okay, so we lost a militia rifleman. A bit annoyed about that, actually, because even though the militia rifleman is not the best unit ever, I mean, it's far from it, you know, it's far from being the best unit ever, it is definitely something I would not like to lose, because they generally are equipped with some pretty decent stuff. But it just then means that I will be able to, well, recruit something else, and maybe do something a little bit better with the next unit that I recruit. But as you can quite clearly see, we did actually hit someone right there, but for the most part, I am just unable to hit with such a low proficiency, which is really kind of sad, to be honest. I mean, look at this. You know, I don't believe there's any bullet drop or anything like that. So generally, I should be able to hit if I just, you know, click when the guy is in my crosshair. And yes, for the most part, I would be able to do that if I had a good proficiency, but as it stands right now, it is not really allowing me to. So the RPG is preventing me from getting those kills, but it's okay, because our rifle is not doing the most damage ever anyway. And as you can see, we've actually done a pretty decent job at eliminating them. And even doing that, I'm very proud of my units, very, very proud of my units for being able to do that, because I really thought that maybe we wouldn't be able to. And that would be, you know, pretty sad. But yeah, that was actually kind of good. That was actually kind of good. So I'm thinking that we might even be able to tackle Gorinka as a result. So I'm actually going to go into Gorinka and actually see if I can maybe just heal myself. You know what? I'm actually just going to heal myself right now, because then I don't have to worry about healing on the actual world map, and I think that could be pretty good. Where's the enemy? There he is. You see him right there? Oh, I really thought I would get that kill. Oh well, never mind. So there's 1,000 experience for us right there. 21,000 credits as well. That is going to enable us to recruit some really, really good units. And we have an AKM-74, which is fantastic. I think I'm probably going to be using that myself, actually. And we have a bunch of Kevlar vests there. We have some AKS-76s, medkit, and we also have a bunch of other stuff that I'm not going to be taking, because I think I can probably buy some better gear myself. So that's what we're going to do. Ooh, yeah, we get to imprison both of those VFA fighters as well. So technically we can sell those and maybe get a good amount of cash for them too. So let's see if I can actually go in here. I'm not going to go and siege it just yet. I'm going to just sneak in real quick and actually just take a look and see what they have here. I was actually hoping that I might be able to get Spetsnaz, but unfortunately they don't seem to have them available at the moment. So that is a bit of a shame, but that just means that I'll have to go and do that in a second. Alright. Let's do this. Hunt down all the enemy troops in the area. So this is going to be the first time that I've actually done a siege in Freeman in quite a while, and I'm actually very much looking forward to this because, well, it's going to be a challenge. It's going to be very, very difficult indeed. Okay, so let's have a look. So basically, the way that sieges work in Freeman, as far as I am aware at least, is you can go to these various little stars in the area and capture those places. Now, I'm not entirely sure what that does. I think it might reduce the amount of units that can spawn in that area, or in general just makes it easier for you to capture it. But as there are only 35 enemy units in the area in total anyway, I don't think we really need to worry about that too much. So what we're going to do is I'm going to send my extremely specialized units, and we're going to send them over here. Now, these guys are fully outfitted now. So basically, I have gone to the nearby towns. I have gotten them new helmets. I've made sure that they all have medkits available so that they may not die if they do get taken out. And I've also made sure that they all have AKMs, so they no longer have AKS, you know, 74s or whatever they were called. And yeah, that's going to be really, really good. So technically, what we can do now is we can send these guys maybe on this hill right here. I mean, they are just assault rifle guys, so they're not going to have too much long range. So maybe we're going to go for something like this, and something like this, something like over here, because their sight range is not going to be that good, but maybe maybe we can go for something like that. All right, so we'll go for something like that, and then we'll see. This is going to be kind of tricky. So let's see what we can do with that. So in the Sahara group at the moment, we do have 2 additional Spetsnaz units. I did actually go to Chernivka because they're the ones that tend to have Spetsnaz units, and they only had 2 for recruitment, which is kind of unfortunate. But Sahara is the one that is going to have those 2, and one of them actually has a really good weapon. So maybe they'll do okay. So what we're going to do with these guys is, because these are snipers, we're basically just going to take them around here. I mean, I don't think putting them on this hill all the way back is actually going to do that much, because the sight range, I don't even know what the sight range is really going to extend to, you see, because if they can't see the enemy, then obviously they're not going to be able to shoot at them. So I guess what we're going to do is we're just going to move them a little bit forward here. They might actually just get themselves murdered. So if that happens, then that's on me completely. But maybe it's for the good of the forces. I don't know. Maybe we'll see. We'll see what actually happens here. So I'm still a bit worried about this, to be honest. I'm not a big fan of putting them up here, to be honest. Yeah. Oh well. Whatever. Let's just do it, and we'll see what happens. And if things go bad, then it's all on me. And I would actually like to do something real quick before we actually move ahead here. So I'm actually gonna just put some ammo for my rifle here. I'm going to get a little bit more AK ammo as well, and we might swap around the scopes. Should I swap around the scope? Nah, I'm not going to swap around the scopes. I think that's meh. We're not going to do that. Actually, you know what we are going to do though? I'm actually going to equip one of these. Oh, I can't get another one? Okay, let me just swap out that. There we go. So now we have 3 medkits. So I think that's pretty good. I'm actually going to go with my more specialized forces here, and I'll just allow my sniper group and Sahara to do their own thing, and let's have a look and see what's actually going on here. Okay, we're gonna have to move these guys back a little bit, I think. Otherwise they're gonna get bombed. They really are. They're gonna get absolutely murdered by all their grenades, and that's not gonna be very pleasing. So let's hopefully have them move back. Yeah, they are gonna slightly move back now. So these guys can actually stay around here, and maybe these enemies are gonna get drawn in by the one group. Now these Spetsnaz units, the higher level ones, they actually have so much assault rifle proficiency. They have 97 out of 100, which is just crazy in my opinion. It's just so good. And so I'm very, very pleased with them. And oh, hello. There's someone right there. Someone right there. So I'm gonna have to... Hello. You're shooting at me, huh? Oh yeah, they certainly are. Okay, let me just get down here then. Okay, so I'm just going to crouch down a little bit here, and we're going to get these guys up here as well. So it seems like we are... They're actually attacking us, which I got to say is a bit weird, because I would have expected them to defend a little bit more than attack, but I guess that's how they want to do it. I don't see any, actually. Did they retreat a little bit? I did take a little bit of damage from my armor, but not too much. But armor is definitely helping. Well, my forces seem okay. Let's have a look. Let's move them down here. Ah, there we go. Sahara is actually being shot at right now, but by what, we don't know. Ah, from up there. Okay, I understand. So let's move these guys a little bit closer. They do have the high ground, but personally, I feel like these terrorists, they're not going to have the greatest gear available, and our forces, they have some pretty good gear, you know? They have some pretty good gear. So I'm actually going to pull them out of there a little bit, because obviously the other deeper part of Freeman is not just the shooting, you know? It's not just the shooting, it's actually the commanding of units and actually getting them to move where you want them. Is that an enemy right there? No, that's just a rock or something, or a corpse or something like that. Yeah, this is, just trust me to do that. Trust me to be like, oh yeah, there's a thing there, but what is it? You know, what is it? It's a mystery. Who knows? So yeah, these guys can basically just stand there now, and we can actually start moving in. Gonna go for a two-pronged assault here, and that's exactly also, again, a reason why I don't go with the 7-member squads, because otherwise I can't have all of them, because I don't have enough command skill, which is obviously a big issue, which I will be rectifying that, but obviously I don't really level up that fast. Leveling in Freeman is pretty slow, so unless you're doing a huge amount of battles, and I'm talking about a huge amount of battles, you know, like a massive amount. Unless you're doing a huge amount of battles, you're not really going to get a lot of experience, unless you can obviously get all the kills in an enemy group, which even then, the experience gain is not that much. You're not going to get much from getting kills. The main bulk of the experience you're going to get is from actually winning battles. So we're going to move in here with our specialist forces, and we could have actually spawned from over there. We could have spawned from over there. That might have actually made sense, but I kind of wanted to have a bit of a united front, because I don't want to have a situation where my forces are so split up. Well, we do have that now, but beforehand I didn't want to have a situation where our forces are like, you know, opposite ends and they can't help each other if needed. So that's going to be, you know, it's going to be okay. I think we're fine now. Anyone around here? Is that an enemy right there? I actually don't know. But my Spetsnaz units will find out. Oh, hello. Alright, well, these guys are going to absolutely wreck everyone in the area, so I shouldn't have to worry too much. Oh, there's grenade. There's grenade going off. Got him. Alright, nice. 96 experience. You see what I mean? 96 experience, that's really not that much in the grand scheme of things. Like, if you're gonna want to level up very fast, then you should probably just go for those battles that you know you can win very easily, or a big battle that is going to pay off massively. You know, that's really going to be your saving grace in terms of leveling speed. I don't see them, you know. I don't see them. They're in the bushes somewhere, and I'm not a big fan of that. Thanks very much. So let's just get our guys to come over here. These guys are so incredible. They really are so incredible. And I'd highly recommend, if you're actually playing Freeman, I highly recommend getting some Spetsnaz units, because I know that there's probably better units out there, but I'm having a blast of a time with them, and maybe, you know, maybe you will too. Who knows? But I think they're pretty cool. For the moment, I think they're very good with their assault rifles. Got to be careful here, actually. Yeah. I might actually die. Yep. Yeah, I thought that would be the case. I actually thought that would be the case. Oh well, it's fine. It's fine. It's actually perfectly fine. I'm actually very pleased about this, because that means that we can actually go back in here. I think our units are going to be pretty good heading in once again, because there's only 18 enemies to deal with. And there were 35, and we've taken no casualties, which is the big deal right there. That is the utterly, wow, it's just crazy. You know, that's just really crazy. Okay, so we're going to send Sahara straight up there, and we're just going to have Mojave, yes. We're just going to have Mojave doing their own thing right there, and then otherwise we'll just send our Spetsnaz units right up, really fast, just absolutely murder them really quickly. And we're going to now deploy everyone. I will heal myself immediately, and then we will go in. Now, obviously, if I hadn't gotten myself killed, which it's always a bone of contention with me, because whenever I'm playing a game like this, whether I'm playing Mount and Blade, whether I'm playing a game, you know, some other game that punishes the player for dying in the form of restarting the battle or something like that, I'm always like, oh, why did I do that, you know? Why did I do that? But, you know, it's just because I like to have fun and I want to get in the battle, you know what I mean? I want to get in the battle, I want to have fun, but unfortunately, because I am a little bit overzealous at times, sometimes that works against me, so there's that. So I'm going to be a bit more cautious this time, says he, as he runs in. Alright, so I don't see any enemies right now, so I think that's fine. I think that's fine. There should be enemies down here, though. That's the whole thing. There should be enemies down here. So let's just move our units down. We do have the height advantage, which is fantastic. I mean, it's an amazing height advantage at the moment. Oh, there they go. Okay, so there we are. I see them. Hello. Hopefully, I will be able to get some kills with my rifle now. Did they kill them both? I think they killed them both. Yeah, I hit him once, but that was basically it. Okay, they're now starting to fire at us from all different directions. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to move very aggressively, very aggressively into the area here. And hopefully I can't be shot through the building or through the wall. That would not be too pleasing. And it seems like, there we go. Okay, so our forces are being shot from over there as well, which is actually fine, I think. I think that was a grenade. Was that a grenade? Maybe not, but maybe they just got the drop on them a little bit. Thankfully, every single one of my units has a med kit, equipped, which basically makes it, it's just so easy, it makes it so easy for our forces to survive any lethal damage, or at least I hope that to be the case. Hello, someone is shooting at me. Not a big fan of that. Okay, let's move our guys a little bit over here. And maybe I can... Can't see them. Really wish I could get a bit closer, to be honest. Getting a bit closer would be like a dream right now, because I think I could actually do some pretty decent damage if only I could see the enemies before they kill me. Isn't that always the way? Ah, there we go. I actually see someone. Is he dead? Yeah, he's dead. Okay. Well, that's how it is so far. Hello. Anyone here? Yeah, I'm sure that's how it is in real life as well. People just peeking around corners. Anyone here? Yeah, no, that's definitely not it. Definitely not the way to go. Alright, let's start moving in. And we're actually going to send our other forces in here as well. Let's actually just move them like so. There's only 5 enemies. I mean, what am I scared of, to be honest? Really, what am I scared of? I guess one enemy could still absolutely murder me, so... That's definitely something to worry about, but we're gonna try and take this particular area here. As you can see, we're raising our banner. It looks majestic. I don't know whether that's the sunset or the sunrise, but we are raising our flag. It's a wonderful tent in our proverbial pants. Isn't that wonderful? Yes, it's very good. All right. Well, whatever the case, I think we're good, and I think we've probably taken this. I'm kind of surprised. It seems a lot easier than I would have expected. But obviously these are the lowest tier of enemy that you're going to find having towns available to them. So taking these towns is not the greatest challenge that you could face, which I'm pretty pleased about, to be honest. Pretty pleased about that, because you know me. I mean, I got myself killed at least once in this. But thankfully the game is pretty forgiving in that respect, because obviously in a game like Mount & Blade, for example, which obviously this game is going to take a lot of comparisons to, in a game like Mount & Blade, if you don't have any mods installed or anything like that, then you're going to have a pretty hard time if you're playing on high difficulties to survive a siege, especially against a lot of units, and in which case you're going to have the siege completely and immediately end, which is kind of a shame. But obviously in this case they do allow you to continue advancing with your own units if you want to send them in by themselves. But what I really like about it is that you can go straight in and then you can use a medkit and then you're back to full HP. I really like that. I think that's a really nice feature / little forgiving mechanic there, because obviously being able to escape in that respect is fantastic. Anyway, there you go. There's the bulk of our experience. As you can see, the bulk of experience really does come from, taking territory, eliminating enemy groups and things like that, and not so much getting kills. Amusingly enough, most of my experience has come literally from just doing that. And I think personally the reason we won this is not because of me getting kills. As you can quite blatantly see, I have 0 kills, which is very embarrassing. Don't look at it, avert your eyes. But yes, anyway, the main reason we got it is probably because we have leveled up those Spetsnaz units and we've equipped them appropriately, and we've also had a bit of a nice strategy right there where we separated our units in such a way so that they could benefit from each other's most powerful strengths and cover their weaknesses as well. So as you can see, we're getting some really nice vests right there, and we've also gotten AKM-74s, which I am going to be then replacing with the AKMs. I'm going to be replacing the AKMs with this, which is really good. And we're also going to be getting a whole bunch of these Desert Eagles, basically, and we're going to sell those as well. Fantastic. Really pleased about that. And we have now taken it, which is great. There you go. We've now taken it, and now we can explore the city management and the policies and all the other crazy stuff that we actually have going on here. So encourage business. So what does that do? Encourage business, reduces our population, increases... Okay, so develop agriculture. Yeah, there we go, there we go. That's what we want to see. Develop infrastructure, that's what we want as well. Enhance security. Wait, does this actually do anything to my money? No, it doesn't do anything to my money. Yeah, I guess we'll do that as well. Can you... Oh, you can only... Ah, I see. You can only do one. Right, you can only do one. I actually thought that I was... thought I was taking all of these. Okay, so to me, it seems like at the moment... we want to encourage business, I think. Do we? Maybe childbirth encouragement might be pretty good. Okay, well, anyway, let's see what we can do here about the tax rate. So per day we can get 4,000 or 3,400. We can also get infrastructure and schools and things like that. So technically we could do that. As you can also see, there are a whole bunch of extra things that you can build. A huge amount more. And this obviously produces squads and various things. You need wood and you need iron for these things. You need wood and iron for basically everything here. So that is kind of insane. We're not going to be looking at that right now because that is just crazy. Well, we'll fix up the greenhouse. That's going to cost quite a bit, but that's okay. We'll fix it up. And is there anything else I can do here? No, it doesn't seem like there's anything else I can do here. There's a garrison. And obviously there's a barracks here as well. So technically what I could do is I could literally just, you know, recruit all these guys and slap them in the garrison, and maybe that would prevent enemies from wanting to attack us, which I would appreciate. There's also storage here if you want to put some things in there. Don't know how effective that's going to be or anything, but maybe it's going to be good. Anyway, I think that will be it for this episode. I hope you've enjoyed it. We actually finally took our own town, which is pretty nice. Day 17. That took a while. Maybe it's okay. I don't know. Maybe our pace is all right. Well, anyway, that is pretty awesome. Now we are going to be attacked by many things, maybe, and we'll probably have to defend it. I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.